Welcome to another episode of Business Monday, where we're here to empower you in your business. Today, it is a very interesting topic. Hey, a lot of us work online and we feel like that we constantly need to show up. But are we doing the right thing? Are we being seen the way that we want to? Today, I got the best marketing expert that I can have on show with me today. Hi, Chantal. Thank you so much for spending time with us today.
Oh, it's my absolute pleasure. I'm so excited for today's call.
Thank you so much. So please tell us a little bit about you and what you do.
Sure. I'm an online marketing strategist and I hate being online. So if I can find a way to spend less time online, I will find it and I will teach it to you. I've been doing this over the last 10 years now. And I was never a marketer. I owned health, wellness, and fitness centers. I moved from South Africa to Australia, and with absolutely no money and with my husband losing his job, I taught myself how to actually go online. And I couldn't afford for it not to work. This was the really big thing. And I'm so grateful for those challenges in my life because I couldn't afford to go onto social media and it not work. I couldn't afford for it to not make sales with three daughters under the age of 5 years old. I didn't have the time to post content consistently and it not work and have actual paying customers because I actually had to feed the family and we had no Centrelink. And we had no financial support. So I had no choice at all. And I'm so grateful because I taught myself with no marketing experience. And within 5 years, I grew a six-figure business. And I've gone on to build two other six-figure businesses using the same strategies now that I teach.
That is such an inspirational story because I know that a lot of us in the group, we feel like that we're just mom. We feel like that we're just another woman in the middle age having life falling at us and we just don't know what to do. But we underestimated what technology and also online have brought into the opportunity to our life.
Oh, look, 100%. So at the end of the day, people say I hate being online. Well, I hate being online, but I'm online because it gets me customers, because I can connect with my ideal clients. So I reframe it. And for me, it's all about connection. It's about me being able to find my people. I don't worry about the dickheads out there. The dickheads everywhere, right? You don't worry about that. But when you know what your overall marketing strategy is, and what your plan is. And when you've got good intentions, you go out, you find those people, and then effectively communicate them and help lead them to making a decision. And part of that is getting them off social media.
Mm, that is so true. So, can you tell us what are some of the key elements of content that truly convert into online sales?
Yeah, sure. Well, a lot of people, always say to me that I'm the guru when it comes to making sales of social media without paying for ads. Because 10 years into this business now, we're still an ad-free company. We don't do any paid ads at all. And the thing is that if it's not working organically, it's not going to work when you put money behind it. And a lot of people want the quick fix and want to be able to go and do that, and it's not going to work. So, firstly, that's really important to know. The second thing is that you have to have a strategy, and a strategy is the end in mind. So, what are you actually selling and to who? How much money is it that you need? How many of those clients do you need? Then you need to be able to work backwards and go, what is this ideal customer's pain points? What are they actually looking for? And how can we show them through our content what's in it for them? Then we have to use things like convinces, credibility, connection to be able to get them to make a decision. And the thing is that the decision is never going to be made right now. And that is why one of the most important things is how do we actually get them off social media and into a conversation through a lead magnet, through an email, through having a conversation, booking a call, because people still have to continue that. A lot of people think that you're going to do one post, you're going to convert them and they're going to buy from you. And in fact, it doesn't happen that way because you're a complete stranger and there's a lot of choice online. So we have to look at how do we get them off social media so that we can continue to build that connection, continue to give them the convinces, build credibility before we can actually convert them.
That sounds so true. I keep seeing people that they keep posting something, immediately asking for contact, asking for this. And I think that a lot of us are actually a bit sick of it. And then that create that little bit of a icky feeling as well. So what like how can business owners streamline their content strategy to increase their sale while doing less of it? Because I keep seeing people doing it, they're so full on and it just give you that icky feeling. So how do business owners streamline that?
I'm going to hit it from two aspects. I'm going to hit it from a woo woo aspect and then a practical aspect. Okay. So if you are coming off as icky and spammy and it's exceptionally salesy and you're not customer focused in your communication online, I would encourage you to have a look at your money mindset, because people can actually sniff your desperation. And that was something I've been there, done that. Like when I had three daughters under the age of 5 and I had to feed the family and there were 5 of us living on one income, I had to check that, because if I just went on and went, buy from me, buy from me, buy from me, people can sniff it, they can feel it. So I had to do a lot of money mindset, and I had to become more focused on the customer and them and fulfilling a service with them, and reframe a lot of what I was doing. So that's the woo woo side. The practical side of it is that you have to work on your marketing and not just in your marketing. A lot of people just wake up and go, crap, I've got to post something on social media. So they go, this is what I'm selling, buy from me now. And they actually haven't sat down and they've done the stuff that successful business owners do online. And that is competitors analysis, stalk your competitors, ask for feedback, genuinely care about those people. Stalk them, get to know them, like genuinely be interested in what your product or service can actually help them with. And when you take the time to spend time on that, like hours, I'm talking about hours, and this is what I had to do in order to monetize what I do. In my diary, I've got work on my marketing and I've got work in my marketing. And a lot of people do that in the marketing where they just reactively do stuff. But the working on your marketing is the proactive stuff. It is the strategy, it is the planning, it is the stalking, it is the looking at yourself, it is upskilling yourself, it's showing attention to your customers online, not just because you want money, but because you genuinely care about the impact that you can have in their life.
That is so true. That is so true. I keep seeing people that they just so icky in a lot of way. And you're right, it is the monkey in money mindset. And people can smell it from miles away. And being in business for so long myself, the one thing that I'm not scared to ask people to pay me. The money mindset is that the fact that if they want it, they will come to you. And when you're in that position, you are being a lot more respected.
100%. So we call that attraction marketing. And with attraction marketing, it's kind of like a peacock. You want to go out there and put all your pretty little feathers out there. But you've also got to go in front of the peahen and you've got to kind of like wiggle a little bit about and show them a bit of interest as well, put on a little dance. And that is super, super, super important when it comes to that. A lot of the times, like if your marketing is not cutting through, stop doing it. People wake up every single day and they continue to do the same thing that wasn't working. I had to look at what I was doing and go, this is not working. I need to change something. And a lot of the time, business owners will go, I need to rebrand, or the platform, the algorithm's not working. And it's you that's not working. If you're going to be online marketing, you have got to upskill yourself in online marketing. You've got to upskill in your audience. You've got to upskill in your offer. And you've got to become a better business person. So upskilling is really important. Being strategy focused, really important, and then implementing systems as well, and obviously getting support. People go, it's the same as driving a car. You wouldn't just get in a car without any experience at all and just decide to drive around Australia. You'd have to make sure that your vehicle's correct, that it's the right one for you, that it's fully serviced. You'd make sure that you've got a driver's license, that you know how to operate the vehicle. But so many people decide they want to have an online business and then they don't want to do the work. Not interested at all in being online. but I was interested in the difference that I could make in people's life. And I knew that from a money mindset, I knew that I was then able or deserved to then be financially rewarded for that energy exchange.
Definitely, money is an energy, and I wish that more people actually understand what kind of energy that you give up, you do actually get the same in return. One of the things that I definitely notice is that people like to share very dome information, very dome, like it's like that, like they like to be in the victim mindset and then get people's like attention onto it, but they don't understand that successful people are not attracted to those doom and gloom. They like to know about it, but you got to be an inspirational at the end. If not, no one will follow you because everyone loves a sob story. But if you're doing it as a business, then it needs to be an inspirational role. So they can see that you have found a way, you have made it, so they can actually follow your step.
Oh, 100%. And that's what happens when people suddenly starting to get customers that they go, oh, the customers that I get don't have any money to pay me. And that's because of the marketing that you're using. You're getting the wrong people for your business. Now, I like to use what's called a four post structure. And this is what I find works when it comes to social media, it comes to writing your blogs, your emails. This 4-point structure really works well. Number one is you've got to have a hook that catches the right person. So it actually qualifies the right person and completely disqualifies the right person, which means it's scroll stoppable and it cuts through straight away. Okay. Because people are scrolling on emails, they're scrolling online, they're scrolling on blogs, there's information everywhere. So you've got to make sure that you get your headlines and your hooks right. And you start with that. Now, the second part is connection. You've got to make sure that you connect with them. Now, this is where you can bring in your pain and you can bring in the story and you can show them that you know them. I get it. You're frustrated. I get it. You're feeling like this, so you can connect with their pain and show them you know them because that builds their confidence in you and helps them to connect with you. The third part of that 4-point structure is credibility. That is when you start bringing in your credibility. So that is your expertise, your top tips, how you can support them by showing interest in them, that you've got reviews, that you've won awards. That's where you can put that in. You can drop in as an award-winning marketing strategist, who has built a 6-figure business from nothing. I get how you're feeling. So you can drop in some credibility. And then the last one, and this is where some people go drastically wrong, is the call to action. Now, they think that a call to action needs to be a hard sell. And the call to action doesn't need to be a hard sell. It really needs to be looked at as a logical next step. So everything needs to be congruent. The hook has got to connect with the right person. The credibility has got to be relevant to the person you've just connected with and hooked. And then that call to action has to be the logical next step for them. I had a plumber once who was trying to get people to book a call. And I said to him, because it was easy for him, he wanted people to book a call. And I went, no one who's looking for a plumber is going to book a call. All right. They all want a plumber for now. It's usually an emergency type thing. It's just not going to happen. So we changed the process and straight away we got them to text back for an appropriate time, and that changed things completely. So the call to action needs to be relevant. Do we want them to book a call? Do we want them to private message? Do we have a free resource we want them to download? Do we have a contact us form? Do we have a landing page? Do we want them to subscribe, listen to our podcast? Whatever it is, we've got all these call to actions, and I encourage you to write them all down to have like a one document where you've got all your call to actions and look at what is the relevant next step for that piece of content that the person goes, I love this. You hooked me. You've connected with me. I've built trust, know, like, and trust through the credibility, and you've supported me. And now you've given me a next step. And that next step doesn't need to be a buy now. It can be to go to your podcast because, say, for example, I go, right, this happened this morning for me. Somebody said in business, they've just moved, taken one of their businesses to the US. They're experiencing some imposter syndrome right now. They're really struggling. They know it's possible. And I said, I've just created a podcast, connected with them, hook, connected, because they're a purpose-led business owner. That's who I work with. I connected with how they're feeling, say, this has happened to me multiple times in my business. I've supported people through it. As a trauma coach, as a marketing strategist, it's a random thing to have, I know, but I've got both. So I put in some credibility. I said, I've actually got a podcast which will help you with imposter syndrome. So listen to this podcast. It is relevant. And at the bottom of the podcast, my next step is to book a call with me. My next step is if you're struggling as a business owner, this is what you can do. But people go in for the kills straight away. They go into straight away, go buy now. And then people go, because they haven't, I say, touch them in their special place multiple times. Okay. So foreplay needs to be a lot longer before that happy ending.
I hear you. I hear you. That is the one golden pieces that I want everyone to have today. It is you need to actually touch them in the right places multiple times before it will happen onto it. Any last words that you like to share with us, please? And also tell us how do we find you?
Sure. Thank you so much. So, as business owners, we've got to get used to the roller coaster ride of business. The sooner we get used to the ups and downs, the sooner we'll start to enjoy that ride. Okay. Connecting with other coaches and surrounding yourself with like minded people who have the same aspirations as you and lift you up, not put you down, is absolutely fundamental as a business owner. In fact, all coaches have coaches. If you'd like to connect with me, it is onlinebusinessmarketing.com.au. I've got a podcast which is called the Meaningful Marketing Podcast. And as a holistic marketing strategist, there's a whole lot of stuff on there to support you in the mindset stuff as well as the financial stuff, as well as the practical stuff like your content marketing. If you go to our free downloads on the website, you'll also be able to find, I think we've got the 21 content ideas in there, which is absolutely amazing. Download that. It'll give you 21 content ideas. And you can actually stick that into ChatGPT now. And ChatGPT, if you take my resource, put that into ChatGPT, say who you are, what you're looking to sell, and who you work with. And if you've customized your ChatGPT, and don't worry, I've got a training on that too on my site. If you've customized your ChatGPT, it'll spit out a content plan for you. So people go, Chantal, why are you giving it away for free? Because people can work with me, and it's just the law of reciprocation. I know if I help you, you help me, and it'll all universally come back to me. So that website again is onlinebusinessmarketing.com.au under the free resources tab.
Sounds amazing. I'm going to put her contact in the comments as well so everyone can actually grab a copy of it. Thank you so much for your time today. I always learn so much talking with you.
Absolute pleasure. Love being here today.
Thank you once again for all our audience and listeners for joining us on Business Monday. We look forward to seeing you next time. Bye for now.